Alright, greetings everybody. Sorry, today's video is on coordinate geometry, and in this video we're focusing on finding the distance and the midpoint between 2 points in a line or in a plane. Anyway, so first things first, distance between 2 points. So the length of a line segment AB, so these two lines here mean distance. So if you ever see two vertical lines next to two letters, that kind of means distance. So the length of two line segments AB is given. A is the point x1, y1, and B is the point x2, y2. The formula can be given as square root x2 minus x1 all to be squared plus y2 minus y1 all to be squared. So if I want to find the distance between 2 points, I get the coordinates of the first point, coordinates of the second point, shove it into my formula, bada boom, bada bing. That's it, right? So, let's try it out. So, P equals 1, 1, Q equals 4, 3. Find PQ. So find the length PQ. That's what this means, remember? So see these two lines? Find the distance PQ. So, first I'm going to label my points. So I have 1, 1 here. And I have 4, 3. So that's x1, y1, x2, y2, because that's my first x coordinate, this is my first y coordinate, and this is my second x coordinate, and this is my second y coordinate. Now, it doesn't matter which one you call x1, y1, x2, y2. It doesn't matter, it still work out the same in the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's not really that serious, is it? No, sorry. I want to find the length PQ. Shove it into my formula, so square root. So x2 minus x1, so before minus 1, all to be squared, plus y2 minus y1, all to be squared, equals square root 3 squared plus 2 squared equals square root 9 plus 4, which is equal to the square root of 16. So that is the length between the points P and Q is square root 13 units. Yeah? So you might be asking yourself, it's like, where are we getting this distance formula from, right? So I'll go over the proof for it now. So the distance formula proof comes from Pythagoras' theorem. Yeah, so it derives from that. So here I have 2 points on a plane here. I have x1, y1 at the bottom here, and I have x2, y2 at the top. Let's call these A and B. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to first find out what is the vertical length. Yeah, so what is the length of this point from the x-axis? What's the length from this point to the x-axis? Well, the length of that point to the x-axis, yeah, is actually y2. So it's wherever my y2 coordinate is, the y coordinate is, that is the length of the distance from the x-axis. So for example, if b was equal to like 3, 5, this would be 5 distance away from the x-axis. Yeah? And then same here as well. How far away is this point from the y-axis? Well, it's going to be x2 away from the y-axis. Yeah? So, now I look at my point A here. So that's great. Okay, I kind of want to find now the length of this bit here. That's like this little line segment here. I want to find the length of that line segment, and I want to find the length of this line segment, yeah? I have this little overhaul, these little overhaul laps here. But if I look here at my point A, yeah, what's the distance from here to the x-axis? That's going to be y1. Yeah, it's going to be wherever my y coordinate is here. Therefore, that length is y1, because I kind of made a little rectangle there. Right? And then what's the length from this point to this point here? Well, from this point to the y-axis. Well, that's going to be x1. So therefore, my little bit just from here to here is going to be y2 minus y1. And then the length of this little line segment is going to be x2 minus x1. Yeah, and then they're perpendicular to each other, so they make a right angle. So I'm going to call this length AB. If you recall, Pythagoras' theorem is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So I have a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So a squared, I'm going to call it y2 x2 minus x1, yeah? Squared. B, the length of this side is y2 minus y1. Squared. And then c is going to be equal to the length of AB squared. Now, I just want to get rid of my square root. I want to get a distance of AB on its own. So get the square root. Bada boom, bada bing. Oop, bit too long. Ding dong. And there I have derived my distance formula. Yeah, so that's how you do it. It's not examinable on the junior cycle anyway. That'll be a fun fact to share with you guys. You know what I mean? If you understood it. I don't know, guys. It's like 1:30. I don't think I did a good job. Anyway, deal with it. Right. The next formula we're dealing with in this video is the midpoint formula. So what is a midpoint? So a midpoint is just a point that is in the middle of two other points. It's equidistant from two other points. So i.e. the distance from this point to this point is going to be equal to the distance from this point to that point. Right? So it kind of splits the line in half. So what is the point that does that? And that formula is given by x1 plus x2 all over 2. That would be my x coordinate. And then my y coordinate is going to be given by y1 plus y2 all over 2. So i.e. I'm just finding the average x value, and I'm finding the average, I'm finding the average x coordinate, and I'm finding the average y coordinate, and that's it. That's what I'm doing. So, for example, P equals 1, 2, Q equals 7, 8. Find the midpoint PQ. Right, so I want to find the midpoint. So what is the point that splits these up? Right, so the midpoint PQ is going to be equal to, so this is the point here. So label my points, x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 all over 2, so it'll be 1 plus 7 all over 2. That would be my x coordinate. And then I have 2 plus 8 all over 2, and that will be my y coordinate. So I have 8 over 2, 10 over 2, which is equal to 4, 5. So these points have a midpoint 4, 5. So the point 4, 5 is in the middle. It's in the middle of point P and point Q. And that's it. So remember, these formula are in your log tables, so you don't have to remember them on the day, but it is kind of good to familiarize yourself with them, and at least try and learn them off, so you're not stressing on the day of the exam, like flipping through like your formula table, like, oh my god, where is it, just an idea, anyway, but that's about it. So yeah, hope this helped. Bye.